Come on, Tony, what we got? What we got, my man? Here we go.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to be home.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
How have you already seen Caitlin kind of evolve as she sees different attention before making pocket passes or just passes to role players? Is she, I've seen her get closer to the sidelines, for example, to open up those angles. How have you already seen her evolve in those situations?
Yeah. We had a really good video session the other day when we got home and could rest a little bit. Just talking about advantages, like what she creates because of the advantage we get because of what she draws, right? So she's getting double teamed the minute she crosses half court, and so we've just been really trying to show them these different moments where, like, when she's in this position and this happens, like where the next pass is, that's all timing with the post players on a roll or the feel from a guard. But she just puts us in 3-on-2 situations with how she draws the defenders. So just showing her all those different options, and also for our other players, understanding those advantages as well and where to be.
Hi, Coach. Kyle Smedley, Indy Star. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Kyle. Yeah, you're new. I hadn't seen you
Yeah,
before.
first day here, so.
Nice.
Wasn't at practice today either, so I just want to ask about Christie Wallace. I know she practiced yesterday. Is she good to go for tonight?
Yeah, Christie Wallace is good to go tonight.
Okay. And then I guess just looking back at the last game you guys played against the Sparks, first and only win of the season so far, pretty even box score. What do you feel like the key to beating them was, and how can you carry that over for tonight?
Yeah, I think it was our defense. I think we, in the second half, came out with a little different, a better sense of urgency on that end of the floor, and that just really helped us get those stops, just helped us get out and get on the other end and make some things happen on the offensive end.
And then last one for me is just, seems like there's just a lot of support around the league, not only for Caitlin, but just for everybody. This seems like a very supportive and communal league. I guess just from your perspective, is that something that's always been there with the W, or has it grown as of late? And what makes that different from maybe other professional sports leagues?
Yeah, I can't really speak on other professional sports leagues. This is the only one I've been in. It's been really good to me, to the players in the league. It's growing, and it's grown, and it's way more visible, and we're all trying to figure it out as we go on this journey. But we're all competitors, so probably won't be as nice to each other come when this ball goes up and the 40 minutes happens. But yeah, it's been really, everyone's been real supportive of everything going on this season with us. Especially with our schedule. I get a lot of comments from the other coaches in the league, just, wow, man, they really set you up on this one, So just to hear those comments, people, they understand.
Hey, Christie, what are the adjustments that you made since the last time playing the Sparks, if you've made any?
Yeah, well, we've, defensively, we were able to do things that we hadn't been able to do before. We just didn't feel comfortable not having practice. So we've been able to add some different schemes to our defensive tool bag. Offensively, we've that was a game that Aaliyah Boston came out and played really well, and just her getting that confidence. Now we're able to go and do some things differently with her as well. And then Timmy's just been such a spark plug for us. After that game is when we made our change. So she's, just to add those two different factors and how they're playing really helps.
I know it happened a while back now, but did it feel kind of like a sigh of relief or a monkey off the back beating this team? And then how much does that give you confidence going into tonight?
Yeah, just getting that win. Once you taste that win, it changes. It really wasn't, great for us to have to roll up on a back-to-back after that win and play Las Vegas, the reigning champions. But, just to get that win and just to build some confidence, it just really helps you. We've played the most games on the road, the least amount of rest. So we've just, we're trying to grind it out and figure it out as we go.
Speaking about rest, how do you try and balance minutes through a stretch like this to make sure that everybody's fresh and got good legs? And also, how do you try and help, especially the younger players like Caitlin, but not just Caitlin, improve when you don't have any practice time and really you're just relying on video? Yeah,
video and just in-game experience. It's tough, especially with such a young team. But yeah, just trying to manage minutes. I mean, that's, we've had to do that since we started with playing every other day. So it's just, it's just been trying to figure it out along the way. I know that's a terrible answer, but I mean, when you don't have any other way to do it, but in the moment, it's other people stepping up to do things that they're not used to. Erica Wheeler coming off the bench is something that she's had to get used to. And then just trying to find ways to use timeouts and use, quarter breaks to give them some extra rest as well.
Yeah, kind of a two-parter about Timmy. The first one is, do you plan to start her again tonight?
Yeah, Timmy will be our starter tonight.
And I guess the second part is, I think, after practice yesterday, Timmy was saying that she was a little ticked off after the Aces loss. So I was just kind of wondering if you were around her enough to add more about that.
Yeah, Timmy's a fighter, man. She's a competitor. I mean, she wants to. We want to win every game. So we played 3.5 quarters. I thought pretty well, and then the fatigue set in on us, and that's just that's a frustration. But yeah, she was pissed. We were all pissed.
I'm curious in your conversations with Aaliyah what she has thought of her own play this season and the progress she thinks she's made herself in these first 8 games.
Yeah, she came out having to play some of the best players in the world at her position. So just her having an opportunity to get some confidence, get some touches, get her feel around the basket. I think she found that in LA, and then same against. I thought she played extremely well against Vegas too.
What's influenced the lineup changes? Is there something specific you're looking for? Is it team chemistry? And what has gone into those different decisions, especially on the road trip?
Yeah, I think probably just the defensive side of the ball is what I'm trying to, we've got to get stops, and we've got to let our defense give us some offense. I mean, we've got to get stops, and we got to get steals, and we got to get deflections, and we got to use that because of the way we play and our pace to be able to get out and get some things happening on the offensive end because of our defense.
Yes. Hi, Coach. It's Brad from WBB Nation and WNBA Swish. Exie Hall has had about 10 minutes per game. She came off the bench and had 18 minutes and 12 points against Las Vegas. How has her game been coming along, and how can she impact the game tonight if she's called on?
If she's what? Yeah, Lexi has come in and what we've asked her to do, her roles for us, like we can count on her the minute her number's called. She comes in, she gives us, that spark on defense. She's hit some threes with our players who were able to get downhill. She's had some wide open opportunities to knock some shots down, but she's just a spark off the bench for us, and you can count on that every night.
I thank you, Coach.
Coach, similar to your Indiana Fever team, the Los Angeles Sparks, they've had very strong performances despite their losses. What areas are you emphasizing to your team for preparation?
Transition defense, that's the first one. And then finding their shooters. They're shooting the ball extremely well. So we've got to make sure that we don't allow them more than, one opportunity to get a shot off. Those long shots usually tend to make for long rebounds. We can't, just fly into the paint and try to, we've got to be ready for those long rebounds. But transition defense, finding those shooters, and then just making them work and guard us for 24 seconds. Quick shots are easy to guard at times. We've got to make them guard us for that shot clock period.
One more for Kyle.
I know that, you've talked about how this is a young team, and that's no secret, but it's also a young team that's getting a lot of playing time, and it feels like that's a little bit rare. How have you gone about putting trust in these young players who just continue to step up?
Yeah, well, they continue to build that with us and the coaches, and they come out every day. When you've gotten beat and you have to, you think you have to come out and motivate these guys. Like, they've been unbelievable at coming and bouncing back. We talk about progress, getting better, finding ways to show them how we've gotten better from, game to game. And so, hopefully they're buying into that, which I really believe they are. We've just got to find a way. It's a process, not only on the court, but it's a process as it relates to teamwork and timing with your team. And that, that's happening for us in games. And so, once we can get through these games, maybe get a few practices, that's going to help as well.
Good. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.